Hello, we're here at the Valhalla Inn. The leaders' debate just concluded, and with us we have Nathan Lawrence, the new president of the Northwestern Ontario Associated Chambers of Commerce. You asked some really good questions today because in a way you represent the business community, but it's more than that, right? If business does well, they hire people, and that creates employment. We pay the taxes. Your thoughts on today's debate?
I think the debate went well. We had an opportunity to address a lot of issues that are affecting Northwestern Ontario. You know, with any debate, with any election, there's always a lot of issues that come up. You can't always cover everything, but looking at Northwestern Ontario and Northern Ontario as a whole, there's a lot of things that we're facing right now. A lot of those things are opportunities that we have in front of us that we can really take hold of as corporations, as businesses, as just community members and roll with. But it's really affected a lot by policy and what the new government's going to be doing. So,
anything specific that you heard that you liked? Anything specific that you didn't like?
Well, I think we really wanted to, from a Chamber of Commerce perspective, really wanted to drill down on that investment component from the Northwest for the Ring of Fire. What's going to happen with respect to that? And I think we got the start of some answers today. I don't think we heard a detailed plan about what we need to really make things run and flow. But it does sound like both parties have it, in the back of their minds that it's a very important issue for Ontario as a whole. And that we really need to start having a serious conversation about infrastructure investment and spending up here to make sure that we're leveraging the potential that comes out of the Ring of Fire. And then we really have to look at the spin-off that comes out of that and the potential for employment opportunities. But when we look at employment opportunities, how are we training those potential employees? And looking at the policies that are in place right now that are preventing Ontario from establishing a very strong trade-skilled environment. And one of the things the chambers in Northwestern Ontario are really advocating for is looking at how we're allowing our ratios for apprenticeship training here in Ontario. It's very much out of line from other resource-based provinces in the country.
You're thinking of Alberta, BC, all the resource-based provinces that have dealt better with the apprenticeship so that you don't have to have, 3 journeymen for an apprentice. The ratio is more imbalanced so that it's easier for prospective employers to bring those people on board and create opportunities for young people, Aboriginal youth, or anyone that wants to move into trades, because that's what we're needing, skilled trades.
Absolutely.
And we lost quite a few of those during the recession in 2008. A lot of them went out to the oil sands. They're not coming back. So there's a shortage right now.
Absolutely. From a training perspective, we really need to make sure that our training guidelines allow us to replace some of the workforce that we need to replace, or bring on the new workforce that we need to bring on to meet the opportunities that await us here with the Ring of Fire and other opportunities that exist in Northwestern Ontario. But when you look at the ratios, when you're looking at having to have anywhere from 3 to 5 journeymen to train 1 apprentice, and you look at somewhere like Alberta where it's the complete opposite, one-on-one or 2-on-1, and it makes it challenging for us to develop a very strong workforce.
Is there any other issues dear to the Chamber of Commerce that you would like our viewers to know about?
And again, the deficit's a big issue with most of the chambers across the province. When you look at the deficit right now and the debt that the province is carrying, you can only sustain that for so long, and you need to be able to put a plan in place that's going to start to reverse that, while making sure that you're still being able to offer the required services that Ontarians really value and need.
And I think it's $12.5 billion a year. So the province is borrowing like almost $1 billion a month. So regardless who goes in, they have a big job ahead of them to bring that into balance. Because as you were saying, as someone was asking the question, why would someone want to invest in Ontario when they are looking at future tax increases?
There are a lot of challenges and a lot of opportunities that exist in our province right now, and the deficit's a big one. With a deficit of about $12.5 billion annually, that creates a lot of challenges for a government to be able to effectively offer services for the long haul, and it's something that needs to be addressed.
Okay, well, thank you very much. I really appreciate your participation and your input. It's informing our public so that they can make better decisions, either at this election or in the future.
Well, we always appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you, Nathan.
Take care.
Okay.